Ford v Ferrari is the latest movie from, of course, James Mangold, who did Logan, and I was really much anticipating this movie, not just because of his direction, but also because I watched the trailer and I was just really interested, and then seeing Matt Damon as well as Christian Bale working together in this movie, it's just, I think everything was just stacking up to be such an enjoyable movie. And this was not meant to come out until the end of November in Ireland, but then I got to go see a secret screening, so I went in having no idea what was going to come on, and then this came on the screen, and I was extremely excited because I never even considered this to be one of the movies to come on. But once it came on, I was really excited and I enjoyed it. I think Christian Bale and Matt Damon are phenomenal in this movie. There's talks about them both. I don't know if there's talks or they're actually going to be, but they're going to be both nominated for Best Leading Actor, and I think they're good. But I think Christian Bale deserves a lot more. I think his character, when I seen Matt Damon, I just seen Matt Damon, but looking at Christian Bale, he just really fell into his character. He puts on, it was some kind of a British accent. Like, I know he's British, but he doesn't sound like that. So the accent he puts on is really good. He really kind of like goes all out with this. Where Matt Damon just kind of did Matt Damon. Where I just thought Christian Bale took it to a whole new level. And as well, this is a racing movie. I thought the racing scenes in this movie were like, there's not a lot of them. Like, they market it as a huge race movie. It isn't really a racing movie. It's more about just Matt Damon and Christian Bale's characters creating the fastest car they possibly can for Ford, so they can go up against Ferrari. But there's not a massive amount of racing. But what we see of the racing is phenomenal. It did remind me a bit, like, I like Pixar. It did remind me a bit of Cars 1 and Cars 3 when they are racing around the tracks. But I just thought the way, just getting to understand, that you can kind of see a bit of their minds at work and how they're talking about how to get these cars working faster. And I just thought it was just such a good movie, the way they were able to fully put you into the driver's seat realistically with the way Matt Damon and Christian Bale were driving around. The supporting cast in this movie is also great, and there's one actor in this movie who I think has kind of been looked over a lot, and I think he just deserves a best supporting actor nomination in the Oscars, and that's Jon Bernthal. I think he's a phenomenal actor. I don't understand why he doesn't get as much recognition as he deserves. Of course, he got The Punisher for 2 seasons, but in every movie he's in, he's never the leading man. He's always like the background. Like, he's in The Wolf of Wall Street, but as well, he's in the background in that movie. I just think he deserves, and he's well able to just become the leading man, as we were able to see in The Punisher. So I think he deserves a best supporting actor nomination. Maybe by him getting that, he might be able to get a leading role. But I just think he deserves a leading role. Also, I think his name is Josh Lucas in this movie. It's the first movie I've ever seen him in, and he's an asshole in this movie. And I've heard that he's an asshole in every movie, so people kind of expect him to be. I don't know if that means he's an asshole in real life. I don't know him personally, but I just did not like his character in this movie. Every time he was on screen, I kind of just was really like, why are you still here? I don't like you at all. And he's just an asshole to all their characters. This movie comes in, I think it's about 2:30, 2:40, and I didn't feel that at all. This movie moved at such a pace, like a car would in a racing scenario. This movie just moved so quickly, and I found the story to be incredibly interesting. Like, I knew it was a true story, and those movies, when I know they're a true story, I always kind of tend to enjoy them more. Just something that, wow, this kind of stuff actually happened. I know it's kind of exaggerated for the cinema, but I just know, like, oh my god, this stuff has happened. I just think that's phenomenal. Like, 2 hours and 30, 40 minutes. I just thought how quickly it moved. I just couldn't get over it. Like, it's like I sat there, it felt like a half an hour, 40 minutes, and it was over. I'm like, Jesus, that was so fast. How is this over already? So I just couldn't get over how fast this movie actually moved, and I enjoyed every second of it. So Ford v Ferrari was incredibly enjoyable. If you're looking forward to this movie, of course, seeing it in cinema. But if you haven't, it's not really on your radar, I would highly recommend you seeing this movie in cinema, because I thought it was so fantastic. Try get it in a loud cinema, because when you hear that car going rushing by you, the sound behind your ears, it's just phenomenal to actually have there. So if you do want to see this movie, or even if you don't, just go see it in cinema. But before I go, just click subscribe so you can see other movie reviews just like this one, rankings. I talk about The Walking Dead every week, and The Mandalorian's coming out this week, so stay tuned for a review just like that one. And as always, thanks for watching.